When eXp announced the co-sponsorship program at eXpCon Montreal, a lot of people were confused about what it actually meant. And if you're new to the company or just exploring eXp for the first time, you might be wondering the same thing. So in this video, I want to explain what the co-sponsorship program is, why it matters, and how it changes the experience for agents coming into the company today. To put it simply, the co-sponsorship program is one of the biggest evolutions in eXp history. It officially launched May 1st of 2025, and for the first time ever, new agents joining eXp can select both a primary sponsor and a co-sponsor. That means instead of getting support from one leader in the organization, you get access to two. And that one shift changes everything about how agents onboard, how they grow, and how they plug into a wider eXp network. Let's start with the basics. Your primary sponsor is a person who influenced you the most in making the decision to join eXp. Maybe they introduced you to the model, maybe they answered your questions, maybe they opened the door. That part hasn't changed. The primary sponsor still receives level 2 through 7 in revenue share. They still qualify for FLQA through their organization, and they still receive the stock benefits tied to sponsorship. That part of the program stays exactly the same. What's new is, in addition to a co-sponsor is another leader you choose when you join the company, and this person agrees to take you on for additional support, responsibilities, and for especially in your first year. In return, they are eligible to receive level 1 revenue share from your production, along with something called the Fast Start bonus, which is 50% of the level 1 revenue share in your first year. So instead of just having one leader who benefits when you win, now you have two. Two leaders with skin in the game, two people who are aligned with your success, two people with different strengths, different skill sets, different experiences, and different ways of helping you build your business. eXp created this because the company recognized that modern agents need more support, more mentorship, and more access to leadership than ever before. And the co-sponsorship program delivers just that. This is huge momentum for the company. Glenn Sanford, the founder and CEO of eXp World Holdings, called it a shift in how the entire organization grows. He compared it to when eXp pioneered cloud brokerage and when they launched revenue share. This is another one of those moments. It's not a feature, it's a fundamental change in how the company collaborates and leads. And honestly, it's already reshaping how people experience the company. Because here's the truth. Most brokerages talk about collaboration, but it's not built into the actual structure. At eXp, collaboration is literally built into the compensation model. And this new co-sponsorship program takes that collaboration even deeper. Before we go any further, if you're trying to understand how this entire model works in real life, beyond the marketing, beyond the hype, beyond what you hear on social media, make sure you watch my next video called The Truth About eXp from someone who's actually built a team here. That video will give you a real behind the scenes look at what the experience feels like once you're inside the company. If you're curious about how sponsorship, leadership lines, or community really works, that's the one I suggest you watching. Now let's talk about why this co-sponsorship program matters for agents. First, it means more support. Instead of you relying on one sponsor, you may or may not have that bandwidth. Agents now have two people working with them from day one, two perspectives, 2 points of contact, two leaders helping guide them. That's a big deal, especially for agents who are newer or agents who want to grow fast and plug into leadership quickly. Second, the rewards for leaders are stronger, which means the incentives are stronger. When people have more to gain from supporting you, they naturally have more motivation to pour into you. It creates more engaged leadership, more accountability, more involvement, and for the agent, that creates more momentum. Third, the co-sponsorship program increases the influence leaders can have beyond their immediate downline. Prior to this, leaders could only support agents directly tied to their revenue share organization. Now they can take on additional relationships with agents outside that line and still be compensated for helping them. This expands collaboration across the company instead of limiting it. And fourth, your primary sponsor still receives everything they've always received. Levels 2 through 7 in revenue share, their FLQA benefits, and stock awards tied to sponsorship. And just so this makes sense when you hear it, FLQA simply means frontline qualifying agent. It's eXp's way of identifying which frontline agents are actually producing. When a frontline agent closes at least one transaction every 6 months, they are considered qualified. And that qualification helps your sponsor unlock the next tier of revenue share in their organization. So basically, FLQA just means an agent on your frontline who's doing deals. Fourth, your primary sponsor still receives everything they've always received. Levels 2 through 7 in revenue share, their FLQA benefits, and the stock awards tied to their sponsorship. And just so that makes sense when you hear it, FLQA simply means Frontline Qualifying Agent. It's eXp's way of identifying which frontline agents are actually producing. When a frontline agent closes at least one transaction every 6 months, they're considered qualified. And that qualification helps your sponsor unlock that next tier of revenue share in their organization. So basically, FLQA just means an agent on your front line who's doing deals. And here's the important part. None of that changes. Nothing is taken from your primary sponsor. Nothing shifts away from them. The co-sponsor doesn't replace them. They simply add another layer of leadership, support, and collaboration. The original structure stays fully intact. It just gets better. So nothing is taken away. This co-sponsorship is simply an additional layer of leadership, not a replacement. The system stays intact. It just gets better. And something I really love about this rollout is that eXp put together an entire co-sponsorship toolkit. It includes training tools, templates, onboarding support, and step-by-step processes designed to help leaders serve agents at the highest level. eXp recognized that support is only powerful if it's structured, so they gave people the structure. And now I want to share with you my personal perspective on this because this program aligns so deeply with the values I hold in business and leadership. When I joined eXp, it was because I saw a model that rewarded collaboration, ownership, leadership, and building big lives. I believed in the idea that you can have it all: family, freedom, business, impact. And I wanted a place where I didn't have to shrink any part of myself. What I didn't know then, but I quickly found out, was how much support I would receive from leaders above me in this organization. That proximity changed everything. It made me a better leader, a better business owner, and a better human. And that experience is the reason I built Upgrade. Upgrade was curated to be the most powerful room inside eXp. We're conscious, we're high vibe, we're growth-minded, collaborative, and filled with people who want to build big lives, not just big businesses. The co-sponsorship program is a perfect match for our culture because we take leadership seriously. We don't treat sponsorship as a title, we treat it as a responsibility. We want agents to feel supported, challenged, stretched, and believed in. And the co-sponsorship program gives us another channel to do that. So to wrap this up, the eXp co-sponsorship program is a major evolution in how agents grow inside the company. It gives new agents access to 2 leaders instead of 1. It strengthens rewards for leadership. It deepens collaboration across the network, and it reinforces the idea that we truly grow, lead, and succeed together. If this helped you understand the co-sponsorship program more clearly, make sure you watch my next video. If you've enjoyed this video, you're going to get a lot out of the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.